Q, if you could make any album into a movie, what album would that be? And I know that's a bit of a loaded question, so I'm going to give you a couple of examples while you get your thoughts together. I actually got this question from Twitter, and I had a few good examples. Actually, our boy Kev on stage said, "Good Kid, Mad City" by Kendrick Lamar would make an excellent movie. On Twitter, they also included the directors. We don't have to do that because I know some directors, but I'm not naming a bunch off my head. But he said, "Good Kid, Mad City" would make an excellent movie. I wish John Singleton was alive to direct. Antoine Fuqua, maybe, or Calmatic. A couple others. Let me see. I think the rebirth of Kirk Franklin would be amazing. That real life reenactment interlude in the beginning of the album would be a whole filmmaking moment in itself.
Okay.
Some people said Sideline Story by J. Cole. I can see that. Mm-hmm. Confessions by Usher. That would be like a little dramatic romance thing or something. That would be cool. Someone said Kanye's first 3 albums. I can see that. Like a little trilogy of sorts. That'd be kind of dope.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. I feel like there's some cool stuff in here.
That's really cool overall. You go a lot of ways with that, though.
Oh yeah.
Like you really can. It's crazy. Bro.
ATLiens by Jordan Poole. I mean Jordan Peele. Jordan Peele.
Yeah. I had to come up with the director though, do I?
Nah. I was thinking like obviously Jordan Peele has been on a tear since he's joined like the horror genre for sure. So I was like, all right, that'd be kind of cool. I can see that.
Yeah.
But nah, just whatever you think, bro. Like whatever album would make a good visual in your mind.
Those suggestions are really good. And some would turn into actual movies if you think about it, like just thought about Get Rich or Die Trying. Like,
true. Yeah.
But like I don't know why this came in my head because I just scrolled through my phone. Epiphany, T-Pain.
Oh, that's kind of fire.
It's
I love that.
You know, you can like, yeah, that's good. Yo, that's one of the best albums from T-Pain. Go another route. The Cray has like a Church Clothes series. I feel like that can go deep into some stuff if you want to do that.
The College Talk, Wayne Talk, Gangs.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I can see that.
Yeah, bro. I see it. And I'm going to try to come up with one more like classic one. I'm trying to.
There's some good ones for sure.
Yeah. It's all real good, bro.
Oh,
let me hear your thoughts. There's one more.
There was one I saw on Twitter that was like, all right, I can see that. 2014 Forest Hills Drive, J. Cole will be a fire movie. One I thought about, and I kind of have a visual already. And I love this person. SZA, SOS, as a movie. I would love to see that. Just like thinking about the visuals I saw for her concert, like I feel like it'd be a really cool. It's already a cool concept for the album, but like really putting that type of visual effect into it would be crazy. I would love to see that.
Did you say Thriller in your examples?
Oh, I don't think I did.
Yo, Thriller that's it.
It already is a mini movie for sure.
It is, but that for sure. That's mine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just go ahead and stretch it out, make it a whole movie for sure. Yeah, Thriller I would love to see.
Yeah, and clear up some of the plot lines for me in the music video that wasn't solved for me.
Yeah. Michael Jackson was so ahead of his time, bro. I love
for sure, bro.
Everything he did. It's a legend.
Yeah, he was.
We're back with another episode of Triple Threat Culture. I'm your boy Zay, the executive producer here.
I'm QtheGuru. Man, it's been a heavy week with some stuff, bro. a lot of stuff in hoops. We
Mm-hmm.
gotta get into all that stuff, bro.
A lot of movement for the trade deadline, man. One move I specifically thought about you. OKC made a move, man. A big move, in my opinion. Thunder
Yeah,
got Gordon Hayward, bro. How you feeling
yep.
about this trade?
I think it's a positive trade for sure, bro. So it gives a good veteran presence. Assistant scorer. I think he averages about like 14 points a game right now. Good scoring output. As you know, Gordon Hayward, he was really on the rise. And then he got to Boston. I don't know if y'all remember that tragic injury he happened. But
Yeah.
since then, he's making a decent comeback though. He's not the same Gordon Hayward of old, but Utah Jazz. But he's still that guy. He gives us a good veteran presence because again, OKC, one of the youngest teams in the league. We're talented. You can see that, but this gives us another scoring output, some veteran leadership. I like the move, and by all outlets, it's a great move. Honestly, it's a good move for both sides for what the Hornets are trying to do and what we trying to do in OKC. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's a good trade.
Oh yeah. I agree. Solid trade. Got a nice veteran presence from Gordon Hayward. Um, I think that he'll fit in pretty easily to be like a. To me, he should come off the bench. I don't know if that's going to be the case, but I feel like he can provide a good scoring output, to keep things afloat when Shea and Chet go to the bench. Uh, yeah, I like the move for sure. And Charlotte made a lot of moves for the trade deadline, so they obviously have not been very solid this year. But
Mm-hmm.
they build back up with some draft picks. Got Davis Bertans, they got Trey Mann. So
Yeah,
they got a good return, in my opinion.
yeah, they got some decent return with what they're trying to do. They're still clearly in this rebuilding process in Charlotte, so that's what they're doing. And honestly, the veterans that got traded recently to OKC have kind of like revitalized their career to some point. At least the most recent ones. Think about CP3.
Mm,
Um, yeah, man. Like that's just one example. I know we had Kimba for a little bit,
yeah.
um, but still, it's a good place to revitalize your career. It's a great culture. I can't knock the culture, man. So, veteran leadership. Me personally, I wouldn't start him per se. He can come out the bench, and he'll get valuable minutes though for sure. Like he knows, like come out the bench, he'll still be like some really good minutes. So
Oh
yeah,
yeah. It's a solid pickup by the Thunder, and especially now, like you said, they needed that veteran to just be there in moments. I think they have been obviously very good this year, and adding someone like Gordon Hayward to take him into that playoff run would be a big help to be able to just be that leader, be that voice, be that presence to guide them. Because I don't think any of these guys have had like a really deep playoff run before, so it'll be cool.
not really. Yeah, not really. Not a deep playoff run, but this season we're looking to at least just make some type of run
Yeah, man.
for sure.
I'm really happy about how the Thunder have been playing this year, bro. Like, obviously, they went through the big three and KD, Russ, and Harden, and then eventually all of them being dealt away or leaving. And now they're seeing and Sam Presti, the king of draft picks, bro, just what he's been able
For
to
sure.
do and happen in his tenure has been amazing to watch, and it's really paying off. Like they have been one of the most exciting teams to watch, at least in my opinion. So solid, bro.
Right. Now I wish along with a lot of other fans for OKC, we kind of wish we got like traded for a big,
Mm.
just get some help in that. But I'm happy with the move. Um, yeah, it's gonna be good. Now the next thing to look forward to is the buyout,
That's true.
buyout candidates,
Yeah.
and like I know y'all can potentially. I mean, just saying,
That's some
I don't know
potential.
what y'all gonna do, but y'all can like the buyout market is a really good place to pick up some of those guys can really help those championship teams. So
For sure.
gotta look at that next. But going back to the trade though, and what happened though, and what happened that whole day was weird. Like I don't know what the Pistons are doing, bro.
Hey, all I know is the Pistons won 2 games in a row. First time I heard that this season, so they got to be doing something right.
I mean, but Killian Hayes has so much potential. I thought, and just to cut him like that, that's weird to me, bro. It's
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know what they're doing in business, bro. You can trade him
yeah.
at least. I guess they couldn't find a trade, but that's weird.
I don't know what's going on with Detroit right now. They're just building for the draft. Honestly, probably gonna make some moves in the offseason that'll help them to rebuild at some point. I just feel bad for Kate Cunningham, bro. It's I saw one clip of a Pistons game, and he was, and somebody in the crowd was like, "Man, they should trade you." He was just like, he kind of like nodded his head a little bit, but I was like, "No, bro,
No, he just got there.
it's
You
tough."
know, they're plenty of good players that, based on your drafted, the franchise is not going to be that great.
Yeah,
So
they traded their vets in Bogdanovich and Alec Burks to the Knicks, so I'm like, oh
mhm.
yeah, I don't know. They are just getting ready to have
Yeah.
a youth
Shout
movement.
out to the Knicks, by the way, though. Those are some good pickups for sure.
Those were some Tom Thibodeau type of trades for sure. But they've been solid too. I can't even be mad at it. I think that'll help, especially with
And,
just having
yeah.
another shooter out there and another ball handler in Burks, and he's already like familiar with them. So
What do you think about the Bucks? Pat Beverly announcing his own trade, by the way, on his podcast.
I saw him tweet about it. It was like it was like Woj tweet trade tweet bombs or something 11, Shams 5, Pat Bev 1. He was
It
like,
is one. That's it. And it's a good one. It was actually a good trade. So
yeah. No, it's good for Pat, man.
it's good for
Pat
him. He's on a contender.
on a contender. He was already on a contender, but I feel like this kind of helps him out because with Embiid being hurt, they could have some issues in Philly for a minute. But I
And
think he brings
Bucks
something.
need defense, and that's what you get. Some
They need a
most
defensive presence for sure.
yeah. So that's what you get. So it's a good trade. So I like it. I really do. Other than that, there are a lot of trades with names that if you're not a fan of that specific team, you may not know those players. If you don't follow the NBA a whole lot, you really wouldn't know. There were some pick swaps and everything.
Mm-hmm.
The other major trade that happened, it happened a while back though. We didn't talk about it. Um, the Grizzlies traded like Steven Adams.
They
That
did.
was big to me, and they got Victor Oladipo. It's a second round pick. Now that was big to me, and of course we didn't really talk about this either. But your team, that was a big trade.
We did.
Quintero's there.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Scary Terry.
And of course, maybe the biggest trade of the whole trade season is Siakam.
Definitely.
Uh,
Definitely trade.
and that's a 3-team trade, so there's a lot going on. But basically, Pascal Siakam is now on the Pacers, and that feels such a huge need for them. Like now, the Pacers are set up for sure to like really contend. I
Yeah,
love that move when they did that.
for
I mean,
sure.
I hate they gave up Bruce Brown, but that
Yeah.
was I would try to keep both, but you got to give up something to get something. Pascal Siakam has that pedigree, championship pedigree already. You know what it takes to get there. Uh, More accolades to his name, so and
Oh yeah.
honestly, more potential, size, length. So like, yeah, man. He's good and very serious, bro. And the last thing, a lot of people are really surprised by the lack of moves that the Lakers did not do.
Yep.
Now we can get into that a little bit because a lot of moves seem like been made in the East. West made some moves, but really the lack of moves, period, from the Lakers. And I don't know if you saw LeBron's interview, and we gotta get into this later too, bro. But Kobe had a statue unveiled, right?
Yes, sir.
We'll show it to y'all in a second. But those LeBron's comments weren't the best after the game, and a lot of fans are upset. This is lack of acknowledgement. His lack of acknowledgement, Kobe, basically. The lack of that, and basically you lose on that night. And granted, it's still a really, really good team. Current champions, by the way. So you can't knock that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it shows you like just where you are. And I feel like, and based on reports with Brian Windhorst, it's like I think we can all tell LeBron is probably disappointed the team didn't make any moves at all.
To say the least.
But at the same time, I'm like, y'all team is good, bro. I like the roster. The roster is good. We're praising the roster. Y'all won the in-season tournament.
Yeah, they did. It's just been downhill since.
It's been downhill since. So it's not looking good for in-season tournament stuff. But we like the moves. We talked about it on the Swish Masters Podcast. We like those moves.
Yeah. Like you said, I don't think it's a roster issue. Like as the team is currently constructed, well, obviously there's always the look to the coach, and I'm never one to be like, all right,
with that.
I never want to be like, you got to fire the coach because whatever. But at the same time, I do believe that a coach is supposed to be a leader, and I don't feel like the Lakers, as a team, have been really responding to his leadership. And that's just me from the outside looking in. But when I'm seeing,
isn't it crazy? Y'all just made the what was it, conference finals? Wait,
yeah.
finals? No, conference finals. Conference finals. They got swept, yeah. But they made it.
They got to the conference finals after I think they came from the play-in at that.
Yep.
Or at least close to it.
That earns you some type of respect, I believe.
Yeah. I feel like guys aren't responding to Darvin Ham. And it's not to say he's not a good coach. He may not be the best fit right now. I feel like there's just some disconnect between the players and coaching. Because I'm looking at, and I can't, we have gotten on AD for years about X, Y, and Z. He's been pretty solid to me as far as like health.
Yep.
He's been, been able to score and control the boards, in my opinion. LeBron's been LeBron. Austin Reeves has been playing well. D'Angelo Russell, I've been impressed with what I've seen like for the majority of the season. He's had some ups and downs, obviously, but they have solid pieces to me, and I just don't really understand what's happened to them. Taurean Prince started off this season shooting very well.
I mean, honest with the Lakers injuries a little bit, but still, that roster still has enough depth to me. Based on preseason analysis, everyone was like, yeah, this is their roster. They should contend. But if you look at all the other teams in the West, man, that's coming up. And looking at the Lakers' position, it does not look good at all. At all. So, aging LeBron, again, he's great. But you have to predict it's going to fall off at some point. At some point. But I ain't going to lie, he's doing the unthinkable right now.
Yeah.
But AD is stepping up a little bit, but you need to start building towards the future too.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
that's why now we got new rumors of no trade deadline's over now, but there was rumors like, hey, LeBron's gonna ask for a trade. He's gonna go to the Knicks. He's gonna go back to Miami. Go to Cleveland. But that's over now. But still, that's the noise that was picking up because of this. And and you don't make any moves at all. Rob Pelinka, nothing. That's tough. That's tough. You're not in a good position to compete this season. Like who thinks they're gonna really contend now based on how they look? I ain't gonna lie, well, if they can just get in, they got a shot. They got a shot.
You got LeBron and AD healthy.
You always have a shot with LeBron and AD.
Yeah, they got a shot for sure. It's just
as far as like overwhelming favorites, like where you expect them, like they're not there right now. Like now the Nuggets. Look at the Clippers right now. Balling, bro.
I got so. Speaking of trades,
what's up?
You know who didn't get traded?
Somebody supposed to get traded?
PJ Tucker, bro. You didn't see his IG story?
He didn't get traded,
bro. That man said the NBA is a joke. I'll just paraphrase it. But that man,
I like PJ Tucker. It just how they're flowing right now. It's not enough. It's not enough minutes for everybody, bro. The Clippers too stacked. Clippers too stacked, bro. Honestly, all they can do now is maybe buy him out or try to keep him for just in case someone gets hurt. I don't know, because he's a valuable piece, but it's just also he's aging. He's an aging player too. It's not the same PJ Tucker, but still a valuable asset. Mm-hmm. So if anything, they can buy him out and then he can go wherever he wants to go.
That's the thing, though. I've read that he's not pursuing the buyout.
Oh,
they wouldn't. What I read was
what do you have to do then?
They just said it wouldn't make sense financially for him to pursue a buyout, which I'm like, all right. I mean, that makes sense. But he was hoping, especially since he's been voicing his frustration, that he wants to play, he wants to contend and be a part of a team. He just feels like he hasn't, because he's been out of the rotation recently. He's like, I'd rather go somewhere I can play and make a difference because I still feel like I can. Which I'm like, all right, that makes sense.
I understand that too.
It's just kind of hard, but yeah. Now I don't know what happens with him. I guess he'll just be in LA, not happy. But
I mean, you can get another ring. I mean,
potentially. James Harden said he wants them to lock in because they've been doing well, which they have. So it's like,
yeah, man, they're all former teammates, man.
Yeah, I get it. I'm not. If I'm him, somebody who's been always competitive, playing on a contending team, going out there to play for a championship, of course I want to be on the floor. I don't want to sit back and watch everybody else play. Like, I get it. But
that's true. And he also could be trying to play for another contract too,
Yeah.
They be looking at stats and everything, bro. So you're not getting enough time playing. Can affect the next contract. And he deserves another contract wherever team that's with. Like, assume it's gonna be a championship contender wherever he goes. But sure. That's another reason why he wants to play.
Yeah, it's fair. But yeah, man, it was an interesting trade market that we had these past few weeks, I guess. I enjoy it.
Yeah, it's very interesting, man. There was a lot of moves. Y'all let us know what your favorite move was, I guess. How'd your team do? And what would you grade them? Like, for example, how would you grade your Heat for the moves they made? Although they did it kind of early in the trade.
Oh, it was a necessary move for sure.
I'm sure it was.
My stance on Kyle Lowry has been not in the most positive light over the years. And honestly, first year, I know he was coming in kind of injured, kind of banged up. He's older. I get it. So I was like, all right, he's just kind of like getting into the motions. And then when he did return, I was like, I'm not really feeling it. But he kept going, he kept playing, improving, and then he became kind of solid for a minute. But this season just went like this is always my. And I'm not like just harping on him for no reason. I've always had this issue with Kyle Lowry throughout his entire time. Even when he was in Toronto, he was an All Star. To me, he doesn't play the same from really game to game. And I get it. He's a good dude, good player, but this year he just was not really producing for us at all. And when I saw UD tweeting stuff about getting him out of there, I was like, oh, it's bad. He got. I saw Udonis Haslam tweeting to the Heat. No, he got to go. I was like, at first I saw that and I was like, all right, he must be like maybe it's a joke or something because I thought they were all cool. But then I was like, now I saw a couple things. I saw Kyle wasn't playing, or if he was playing, he didn't seem like he was engaged, bro. So I was just like, yeah. I've always been kind of on the fence for him anyway. So it's like, so to get scary Terry Rozier for Kyle Lowry, I'm happy. And
Yeah.
Terry is obviously needing to adjust to Miami, but I think he's done a good job. So and he's going to be a much more reliable player to me for us rather than Kyle Lowry. So I'm giving it an A, man. And I think we were already in a slide when we got him. So I wasn't expecting it to be like, all right, Terry comes in, he's scoring 40 a game, and now we're winning every game because that's not who we are. But I'm happy where we are. Like obviously Miami has dealt with injuries and players being out, different rotations, different starting lineups, obviously. And now we got Terry, we got Jimmy back, we got Kevin back. Bam's been solid, all star, defensive player of the year. I'm saying it right now. But yeah,
Yeah.
and Tyler's back, Duncan's back. We got a squad, bro, and I'm happy. I'm loving what Terry's potential is like super high. Obviously, he's a D Wade disciple. So yeah, appreciate it, man. I'm looking forward to getting into these playoffs with him, going to battle.
Oh yeah, I like y'all position. I love that move when I first heard it. So yeah, I know you're hyped about it. Okay, see, I give us some other moves we maybe did a pick spot with the Mavs. Let's cool with that. I'm cool with that. Um, overall, I give the trade moves we did a B plus. Like that's kind of my grade that I would give us. Yeah, I already gave my thoughts on the trade earlier too. So yeah, y'all give us y'all thoughts too.
Definitely.
Now, unfortunately, Joel Embiid suffered an injury, and he got a procedure on it this past Tuesday on February 6th to address it. However, his timeline is still really unclear, even to the point that we don't know how it could potentially affect his Olympic availability too. So we have no clue about his status. But in the meantime, the Sixers did make a lot of moves to address it. You know, they got Buddy Hield. We talked about another trade earlier with Pat Beverly. So they made some good moves, and they're real buyers at the trade deadline. But it does cause concern and questions about the NBA 65 game rule because we were thinking about, before he went down and got surgery, he missed a couple games before. And we were questioning, like, Joel Embiid hadn't played, blah, 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 since. I think the argument was people are mad that he didn't play against Jokic.
Yeah.
And people mad he hasn't played against Denver since 2000, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay. So, we don't know why he played. Was it because of that? Was it because he still wants to be eligible for the MVP? Because before all this was going down, he was having the best season of his career, coming off of an MVP.
Yeah.
So, like, it's tough. It's really tough. But it does bring the question, is the 65 game rule fair? and that has been a topic of a lot of conversation across these sports networks and hoop talk. So, what are your thoughts on 65 game rule? Is it fair? Should we get rid of it? Another person I want to talk about when we bring this up is Tyrese Halliburton as well. Uh, he is in line to get a huge payday, but he has a significant, like, legit injury that caused him to miss games. So, and because of how the rules are, he could potentially be ineligible to be, like all for NBA all first, second, third team, or all star, or potentially MVP. He can be in the candidate as well. But with all that in mind, what are your thoughts on the 65 game rule?
It's really difficult to enforce a certain amount of games, right? Obviously, Joel Embiid, I don't know his exact scoring average right now, but let's just say he's scoring 35 a game. And he's played up until this point 30 odd something games. And now he's hurt. I feel like it's really kind of unfair to say that this person shouldn't be eligible for a certain award because something that they can't control, being an injury, caused them to miss games. And to me, there has to be a certain level of understanding because that's part of the game. Like, no one is able to play 82 games or 65 games without a sore ankle or sprained knee. This is basketball, and you're playing at the highest level for months at a time. Injuries are bound to occur, and that's just part of the game. I feel like this kind of gets fuzzy because you're tying awards, and then, like you said, guys have contract bonuses and money that's on the line if they get to a certain amount of games. But I feel like in the long run, it waters down the product that is the NBA because now guys are, like with Embiid, for example, I feel like there were some games he probably played or like just got out there because obviously he wants to help his team win. But at the same time, I don't want to miss out on all the cool stuff I can get by making sure I play the right amount of games. But at the same time, I'm just further damaging my body, my knee, whatever is going on. I feel like there should be, like, all right, obviously, if I was in the NBA and I played 25 games and then I got hurt, but before I got hurt, I was averaging 40 points a game, I'm not going to be in consideration. I feel like that's kind of unfair to say. But
and the record books won't remember you either. There'll be asterisks by that. Oh, there's someone that averaged 40. I was just 25 games. Like this, there are certain things you gotta. There's a certain amount of games you have to play to be even eligible for your stats to stay. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I look at it like this too, though. Like, this is literally like their job. That's their livelihood, bro. That's how they do it. And wherever job you work, the goal is to work the whole time like you're contracted for. Now, there are certain days where you can take off. You know what I'm saying? And there's certain like holiday times you're off and all that. But at the same time, the NBA season is just it's a few months.
It's a grind.
And it's a grind. There's a lot that goes into just playing the games. There's practice. There's stuff that you got to work on the body individually. And they want to be really great. They go even further than that. Like, don't want to take it for granted. But it is weird how we have so much technology now and information and the advancements of sports science and sports physiology and psychology that we're even at this point.
Yeah.
Why are we at this point? Especially when you look back, and I hate to compare because they talk about it all the time and they bring it up all the time. In the old NBA eras, oh, we played blah blah blah. We played to this, and I get that, There's more comfort now. There's better travel now. It's they shorten back to backs, but we still get this type of stuff. And the game is not nearly play as hard as it used to be. So what is the cause of this? I don't know. I'm just asking a question. I'm just asking questions. Don't shoot the messenger, bro. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Now it's just we should even have a 65 game rule, but we have it because of the era we're in.
Yeah.
I have a player like LeBron James who's 40, or at least about to be 40, playing more games than some of these other players, bro. That's crazy to me.
Yeah.
Kevin Durant, older player. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Older players. That's crazy to me. And we're going to miss them. We got to appreciate them while we're here. You know what I'm saying? But still, it's like, I don't know, bro. At this point, if you don't have 65 game rule, just shorten the season. Shorten the season.
That's exactly what I'm thinking. It's 65 games. You're talking about out of 82?
Out of 82.
And honestly, let's be honest, bro. I guarantee you, I'm not watching 82 games. I'm probably not watching 65 games a year.
82 games.
When I was a kid,
teams you like a lot of teams. You ain't watching.
I'm watching Heat games because I'm a Heat fan, right? But then there are other games I do want to obviously see. But I was having this conversation with Jay the other day, right? Like, I promise you, I'm not catching games every day, every week like that, because it's just as a kid, I've been thinking about this a lot actually. I would love hoops was like life. I was playing, I was working out, I would go out, shoot, play every day, come in the house, watch, play 2K, watch some more games. Like it was my life. But also I was a kid, I was a student, then I was in college. Now as an adult, I'm working. I got other things in life I'm working on as well and busy. I don't get to catch that many games like that. And if I do, I'm probably not catching a full game. So to have 82 games, a 65 game rule for guys to get qualified for awards and MVPs and stuff like that, it's kind of like, bro. And then you obviously we know that the competition doesn't really begin until after this time of year.
Around this time, exactly. You know what I mean? Around the All-Star break, after All-Star break, that's when everybody really cools in. And there's only 20-something games after that point. We're through most of the season now. We really are.
Yeah.
We're past halfway. Typically, a lot of people think All-Star is halfway, but it's really not, bro. All-Star is past the halfway point.
We're really 50 games in, or at least 50 games in.
Exactly. Depending on what team you are, you're past 50.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I think this rule
at that point,
it just makes the product go down. If you're gonna have a rule about the number of games, at least lower it. 65 out of 82.
Lower the game. But you know why they're not gonna do that though?
Money.
Money. That and tradition.
That yes.
And tradition of it. The tradition of the game. They'll be like, yo, why? That'll be the main question. Why? From the other NBA legends, bro. They'll be like, why? You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, yo, think about just relate to our lives, bro. Can you imagine you have to come to work?
That's cool.
That'll make me work much harder though while I'm here. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I got Friday off. Okay, I'll work harder. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, bro. Just lower the games, bro. I don't care. Like,
if you don't lower the games for the season, lower the rule. Like, all right, let's just say 50,
make it
bro.
more,
Like, you
make
get
it
to
more
All
lenient.
Star.
Yeah, make it more lenient or something, bro.
Yeah, man. Like, come on,
Because
dog.
some
Like,
people got legit injuries, though.
exactly.
I mean, even if they were injured, they wouldn't be considered. You know what I'm saying? Like, if there was a serious injury, but
Yeah,
some people just got bad luck, bro. It's just at 65, just have that.
that's tough, man. That's tough.
And you can see the impact. It may help the MVP case. Oh, they not on the floor. The team's doing bad. Oh, he came back. Oh, they made the playoffs. But he doesn't have 65 games. He has 64. I want to give you the award, but I can't.
Well, better than next year, guys.
Exactly.
63 games, not quite enough. Not enough in my books. But
So,
who am I? I'm just someone who never played in an NBA game, and I know the exact amount of stress and time.
I don't know, but
body up.
yo, we're just fans of the game, but it's just like I love players. I like the power that the players have, but like, and again, they all signed off on this, by the way.
Yeah, even this is the other thing, bro. Like we watch Inside the NBA and different figures in basketball or legends that talk about the game or commentators or just
follow it. Yeah,
I guarantee you, Charles Barkley does not watch all 82 games. I'm sorry.
No way,
bro. I guarantee they have a whole segment called "Who He Play For." Bro, you mean to tell me? And sometimes it's players that, all right, they may not be the most popular player, but you mean to tell me some of these dudes you don't know at all, and you cover the league? That's if they don't know, we should probably shorten this. We can meet halfway, bro. That's all.
You don't know. I was playing with him. I don't know either because I was like, I remember team played for last year. I didn't know he moved there. I was like, yo.
I get it. I'm not like bashing him by any means. I'm just saying.
No. Of course not. It's just that's just the reality of the situation, bro. Yeah. Nobody here, even those that like work that sport for a living,
it's hard.
The only ones that know what it is are the ones that's actually in it. Like if you're a scout, you know what I'm saying. You're scouting other teams, you know what's going on. If you're not, or if you're a beat writer for a certain team, you know what's going on. If you're a fan, you know more about your specific team or teams that you follow. Mm-hmm. Other than that, I promise you don't know everybody or know everything that's going on. No. And you're not going to go to every single game because they ain't different times.
That's what I'm saying. We got teams on East Coast, West Coast, Mountain Time, Arizona time. it's Toronto is in a whole other country. I mean, it's
exactly, bro. Like
hard, man. It's kind of hard to.
But honestly, though, if they do change it to be lower, I feel like you would get even more engagement because it's like, oh, I need to get my ticket. Because honestly, are these arenas sold out like that at these games? Every game? I don't know if it's sold out every single game. I know you have season ticket holders. I cannot believe it's sold out every single game. I can see marquee game. Okay, LeBron coming down. Of course, it's going to be sold out. There are certain players that sell it out, but Pistons coming to bro, I watch that on TV.
You know what I'm saying? I guarantee you, if I go down the road to San Antonio and they play in Detroit, I can sit anywhere I want to probably in that game. It's not going to be full at all. I'm sorry, and I'm just saying that's the reality of it. Like, of course. There are diehard hoop fans like that, but
no, that's not to fill the arena like that, though, bro.
Primetime players, bro. That's what it is. And I feel like if you like you said, if you shorten the season, the engagement, the demand becomes high because it's like, all right, I may not get a chance to see them at this point in time, so now I gotta all right, let me get into it real quick. I don't know. We just saying NBA.
And I don't know, bro, because there are other sports that have even longer seasons, bro. I mean, way more games. Baseball, for example.
Oh,
I don't know how they do it, but that's tradition.
Bro, that's the thing. Like, I know baseball players, right?
Mm-hmm.
They don't watch baseball. baseball players do not watch MLB because
You don't got time.
it's a long game for one. It's a long season, and it's just not the same as a player to watch. Instead of it's more baseball is different because playing baseball versus watching it is a very different thing. But if this is happening across sports, and we're obviously fans and we love the NBA, we love basketball, then it has to be some sort of consideration. That's all. But I don't know.
We'll see.
We'll see. We just throwing it out there, guys.
What y'all think?
How many games is appropriate for this rule of getting MVP and consideration for awards? Let us know, man. February 8th, 2024, 0208 24, Kobe Day.
I get it.
Of course, they had to do it big, man. Kobe Bryant's statue was unveiled to the world, and here it is, man. You got to look at it here on Triple Threat Culture with your boys, and I must say, man, it's awesome to see, bro. Like we all knew that it was coming, regardless, but Kobe is immortal forever, and will always be part of the Lakers' legacy, part of just this NBA. The legacy of Kobe Bryant will always stand tall with this statue, bro. I'm really happy that the Lakers got this put up really soon. Well deserved, man. Just one of the greatest of all time, bro. It's awesome. It's a great statue, and obviously, it's from a great moment in his career. Kobe dropped 81 on the Raptors in 06, and this was his pose after dropping that 81. They made that the pose for the statue, which was dope.
Yeah. Vanessa said that he chose his pose.
Oh yeah, don't be mad at her.
Yeah, don't be mad at her, bro.
Yeah,
and I like it, bro. It's a nice pose, nice statue. I like the statue, bro.
Oh yeah.
Got a quote from Kareem on the statue too.
Oh yeah. It was a really cool quote, by the way. Kareem said, "This statue may look like Kobe, but really it's what excellence looks like, what discipline looks like, what commitment looks like. It captures a person frozen in time, while at the same time it acknowledges that the reason there is a statue in the first place is because that person is timeless. We're all here today to honor a man who represents not just extraordinary sports achievement, but also timeless values that inspire us all to try harder, to be not just better, but our best." I thought that was a really dope quote. Quite literally embodies what Kobe Bryant represented and what we all should learn from him. And this statue just prods him and makes him that immortal figure that we'll always cherish, bro. I can't believe it, man. I still think about it like all the time. Like Kobe was a superhero, bro. And I can't. It's really hard to believe like he's not like present on Earth, but he's always, he is here in spirit, of course. But it's just wow. But I'm really stoked about it, man. It's really cool.
Yeah, man. Kobe deserves it. They're doing it to honor him and his legacy. And yeah, it's well deserved. It really is.
One of the hardest working people ever.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure, man. No denying that.
Yeah. This is only the first of 3 statues. So the next one, obviously, we know Kobe wore number 8 for the first half of his career. In the later half, he wore 24. So that next statue is going to be the number 24 Kobe coming soon. And the third statue will be to honor him and Gigi, who also died in a plane crash 4 years ago. So I think
Okay.
that's really, really just an awesome memorial for them,
Mm-hmm.
along with the others who died in that fatal plane crash, helicopter crash.
Right.
But yeah, man,
Right.
I think it's just really cool to give him number 8, number 24, and you got to put Baby Mambacita in there, BG. So very dope, man. I
For
commend the
sure.
Lakers.
Yeah. Yeah. I do. I do. Carry on the tradition and legacy, what they normally do with Staples. Well, not Staples no more. Crypto.
Yeah,
That sucks, man.
it's always Staples.
Yeah, man. It's like, all right.
Yeah,
But shout out to them and the franchise.
for sure. Salute.
Now, with that being said, would you would you have people build a statue in your honor?
Mm, me personally,
Yeah, you personally.
it's not really my style.
Me, I wouldn't either. And me, I'm like it's cool. I'm glad I got a statue. But one of my honest reactions was like, yo, why are we glorifying statues? And is that idolatry?
Mm,
Like, like thinking about what they did in biblical times, bro.
mm,
Is this idolatry? Because we're putting this human being in such a stratosphere that we're literally building a statue, kind of worshiping. Because that's kind of the goal of statues. You know what I'm saying? Like you're literally worshiping this figure.
mm.
And again, Kobe deserves honor, but I think there are better ways to honor his legacy than building a statue. And I'm thinking about the same thing with all the other greats. Do we as a society put too much emphasis on statues? No, that it's just a question. And just a question. And again, like I said before, shout out to Kobe. Well deserved. And all the people that have statues. That means they've done something of significance, but at the same time, we're trying to tear down some statues too that we made. You know what I'm saying? Because what they represent.
Yeah.
So it's like, should we as society still be upholding statues in such a high regard?
That's a good question, man.
Yeah, as a society, I mean, I'm a Christian. No. Just me personally, and my personal beliefs, no. But as a society, should we do that? And considering the fact that we as a society are literally tearing down statues that were once made before, and the high honor of someone that during that time was high accomplishing to society at that point. Society is going to always constantly change. And as society changes, ideals change. And statues represent ideals that society holds in high regard. So if society changes, eventually the statues won't have as a meaning anymore. Which brings people to, okay, tear it down. We don't care about this no more. Dang, that's deep. I ain't mean to get deep like that on y'all, but it's like, again, no hate to Kobe, bro. I do not hate Kobe. Love Kobe. Sad that he's gone. Amazing impact on basketball and the world beyond basketball. I love Kareem's quote. That's true. That's a man who was so committed to his art and his talent, not just in basketball, but after basketball too, bro. He was so committed to what he's doing. His art, top notch, bro. Oscar, all that stuff, bro. Yeah. Love what Kobe was doing. And I was so looking forward to what he's going to do post basketball career even more.
Yeah.
But God has reached for everything, bro. But
for sure.
So just saying that, bro, like, should we as society not hold these statues in such high regard? That's just my question I'm posing to y'all.
No, I think that's a very, very solid point. Good question. Because, like you said, society reflects at some point the emotion, the beliefs of the majority. And obviously, we know that, especially here in America, that hasn't always been a very positive, very inspiring thing with slavery and Confederacy. Um, so yeah, I think there's some validity to that point because it reflects on what your society is at that time. It's kind of like historical to have a statue because it tells you a lot about when it was built, what that world was like, and what the people may have like thought about. Like you said, biblical times, statues, idols, people fell in the wrong ways for sure. I think it's just kind of like a double-edged sword though when you think about it because some people, I think the intention behind it is what where the gray area is because some people intend for it to be an honor, to be a commemoration of achievement, while some people may look at it as this thing that can bind them to a certain feeling or an era, or they just like get tunnel vision because that's another thing in our society now is that you get so locked in on something that nothing from the outside can influence you. And I feel like that's not the way to be because we're constantly evolving as humans as a people. And if you're like just focused in on that one thing, it limits you from the peripheral. And if you can't really accept that there are things in the peripheral, you're going to not advance as a person. You're not going to evolve. So I think it brings up a good point. I don't think for Kobe's statue that's not for me personally. I can't speak for everyone, but I think that could be an issue if you have a different view of Kobe or you have a different view of what he represented or you disagree with some things he did. I don't know, but
yeah.
I think it's very kind of it's kind of hard to say because who's to say he doesn't deserve a statue, but then who's to say that Robert E. Lee didn't deserve a statue based on that time? You know what I mean? Obviously,
Columbus, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's
yeah, it's all like a weird thing with perspective because people come from different worlds, black and white. There is gray area, but it kind of gets controversial because of, like you said, society as a whole can be something else in this certain century versus now. It's kind of hard to say, man. Dang, but
it's tough. I just put it out there so we can just think about it. You know,
good
what I'm
question,
saying?
bro. That's
just think about it.
That's a bar, bro. That's a bar.
When we get to our next conversation, when we get to our next topic, bro, we'll bring this up a little bit. Like, don't be a clone, bro. You gotta think. Think, bro.
Yes, sir.
Y'all want to know what I mean by clone? Stay tuned for our next topic, though, for sure.
Fire.
We're going to try to talk about and review some type of movie or show that you all recommend to us or we recommend to each other. So Zay recommended this movie to me to watch. It's called They Clone Tyrone, bro.
Oh,
and yeah. That movie was so good, bro. I literally finished it. It's real good, bro. I will let you know when there's like a spoiler alert, but not spoiler. It's about, man, Zay, how would you describe this without spoiling nothing, bro? I don't know.
Man, this is a movie.
Yeah. I'll say this. Dude features a central character. named Fontaine, who was a drug dealer who dies. I'm not gonna say how, but he dies. But the next moment we see him fine and dandy. He's okay. And he has no knowledge of how he died and stuff like that. And basically we're just trying to solve this mystery of like how this dude is still alive and after he died. And during that mystery, there's so many different things we uncover about society and just how we operate, race. It's so good, bro. It's so good. I highly recommend it. The movie, if I had to rank it, bro, it's real good. It's really good. It's really good.
How many stars, bro?
I was just thinking about that, like how I would rank it. Like on top of my head, I was thinking about a scale of 1 to 10. I would give like an 8.5. But in terms of stars, I would give like a 4.
Okay.
Like
4 out of 5.
Oh, for sure. Like 4 out of 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
That's what I would give it. It was scale 1 to 10, 8.5 stars. It's like 4 out of 5 for me. Like this is a really good movie, for sure. Like
definitely, man.
It's on Netflix, by the way. If y'all ain't seen it, so y'all catch it, bro. It's so good.
A Netflix original movie. Man, a movie for real, bro. Like a great black cast. It's Black History Month, man. So we had to dive into a great black movie, bro. But this one, it's not even just like a classic black movie in my opinion.
It's really not. It's more about society too.
Straight up,
it's
man.
really more so about society too. No lie. Highly recommend it. I'm trying to figure out what else I'm going to without spoilers though.
I think I can fill in some stuff too, bro. Without like spoiling it, if for people who haven't actually watched.
Yeah, I still want to get to discussion with you about it.
Yeah.
The spoilers. I'm just trying to figure out where to mark it off at, So
I think I can fill in the gaps here. So
okay, you go ahead.
Like I said, like stellar cast, bro. They got John Boyega. If you don't know, Star Wars. He was in The Woman King. Great actor. The legend, Jamie Foxx. Jamie Foxx was in here and he was cutting up, bro. Tiana Paris, J. Alphonse Nicholson, who many people probably know from P-Valley on Starz. Solid show. Bro, overall, just great cast, man. And
the cast did a great job, bro.
I'm telling you. But
great job, man. They cast A+, bro.
Oh yeah.
Acting A+.
A+.
They did a great job. They did a great job acting, bro.
Oh yeah. I think
really good.
Yeah. The way I can premise it is that, especially if you're a black person, a person of color, and you've just been in America for a while, you should watch this movie. And it's entertaining, but it makes you think. For me, as I'm watching it, like you said, the main character played by John Boyega is a guy named Fontaine, drug dealer. And there's so much that we as a people, I think, as black people, have experienced or have these common beliefs, you know what I mean, about America and our government and our society. And this movie literally plays all of that out for you in a scenario that makes you think about, could this be a reality that we live in? Could this be something that we have experienced in a way, and because it's become our norm, are we blind to it? Are we living in that? Are we experiencing it in real time? And without spoiling anything, from even like the things that we as a people we like, I think I can give this away without like spoiling anything. Like, all right, black people, we love our soul food. We like chicken. We like fried chicken, right? We like
most of us.
Yeah. we have obviously different type of hair than our um, YT counterparts, and we have to use different things to make sure that we can look a certain way, we dress a certain way, we cook a certain way, we speak a certain way, we do things a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
This movie really puts into perspective how our government, the people who run this country in America, may view us, how they may like categorize us, and how we become statistics. Because unfortunately, for many of us, especially being a black man, we're a statistic. Whether that's death or jail or just being categorized or something that we are assumed to be because it's of bias and stuff like that. This movie not only like makes you think about this stuff, it entertains you, bro. Jamie Foxx in this movie is he's a pimp. He's a player for sure. And we've all heard about like the 80s where I think we all have heard about rumors and experiments on black people and obviously crack baby era. You see it all come into play into our present time, and then you see it across different places in this movie, bro. one of my favorite parts was about something that there's a part in the movie where protagonist is, like I said, Fontaine, played by John Boyega, becomes partners with the antagonist, who is J. Alfonso.
Mm-hmm.
And they come together for a common goal. And same kind of literal how I think of it like a MLK, Malcolm X type of thing. Like they had different methods and different beliefs, but what they wanted was pretty much the same. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, we know about Martin Luther King being nonviolent, protesting, whereas Malcolm X was a little more of they punch you, you punch back. But they wanted equal rights. They wanted just the liberties that we as American citizens should have, and that we shouldn't be neglected to because we're black. So I saw that kind of like dynamic in this movie with the bad guy and the good guy coming against a common enemy, which is sometimes societal norms that are placed on us as black people that I feel are not always the fairest and not always the most accurate. But yeah, man, if y'all haven't seen this movie, I don't know what y'all are waiting on. Solid, bro.
It's really good. Yeah, it was really good. Yeah,
but we'll have to. We're not doing it today, but we're
gonna have a full like whole thing about it, like a whole legit movie thing about.
And there will be spoilers, sure. Just to give
you. There'll be spoilers in that video and that podcast too, by the way, for sure.
Yeah,
just breaking down that movie, having a discussion about it. But yeah, we highly recommend y'all watch it though, for sure.
Let us know what y'all think, man. If you have seen it, put some comments about what you thought about that movie, bro. Especially for us. You know what I mean?
Yo, Zay, as you know, the Super Bowl is this weekend, this Sunday. Usher is set to do a performance that they advertising as 30 years in the making. I don't know if you've seen the ads, but showing clips of Usher young, 20 years older. It's real good, man. So, that being said, what is your top Usher song?
Ooh, top Usher song, man. He has banger after banger. Gosh. Man, I do love some R&B, and Usher is like right up there with top artist of all time in the R&B category. Um, if I had to say like a universal song that I feel like is loved everywhere and it has great replay value, I'm gonna go You Got It Bad, bro. I feel like,
Yo, that's one of my favorite songs too, bro.
bro, everyone in the world, no matter what you've like, you got a girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever, or you're single or not, like everyone can like when that song plays, you feel that song. Everyone, I can't believe there's anyone who like has heard that song and be like not in the feelings. That's
Mm-hmm.
That song is like number one, like one of the best in my feelings songs ever.
Yeah,
Um,
that song got a lot of replay value for me when I first heard it, bro. Like,
yeah,
for real.
yeah, man. That's the top one for me. I would also say I like some of Usher's recent stuff too, like "Miss You."
Mm-hmm.
That's the top. That's a solid song. I mean, he just has timelessness. Like that song to me captures an older style of R&B that we don't really see in today's like this modern R&B, which is not really. It's kind of weird, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Like R&B now is kind of weird. Like as we don't really have a new like top male R&B artist other than like Usher. Like no one knew. Like Usher's like a different generation to me. And I think about like that song and him like taking like a timeless approach to it because it kind of feels like it could be released in the 90s or it could be released today and it still like hits the same. That's a good one for me. Of course, I got to put up. This is probably gonna be my last one. I'm giving up too many suggestions. But I love R&B music. I love Usher's music in general.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot, if I had to pick one more,
There's a lot of them, bro.
oof, Confessions.
Sure.
Confessions, part 1 and 2. I love
Mm-hmm.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Confessions, either one. Confessions for sure.
That can be a movie too.
For sure.
Definitely a movie. Take that out, make a movie. I'm gonna go old school for a little bit. You make me wanna. Classic, bro.
Classic. Yeah.
Classic.
Solid.
And I'm gonna go for my other one. I'm gonna go with that Say album you mentioned earlier from You Got It Bad. You Remind Me.
Oh, yeah.
You Remind Me is one of my top ones from him too, bro. Like, and he has so many hits, bro. Like in different eras,
bro.
Like, you remember Climax? You remember My Boo, Lisa Keys? He got so many different hits, bro.
Oh, dude, oh man, Climax. DJ Got Us Fall in Love.
Papers.
Papers. I forgot about Papers.
I remember that came out when I was in school, bro. Everybody sang that song all day. Like,
bro, what were we on in? Had to be like 7th, 8th grade talking about Papers. None of us.
Nobody knew what
we are. We is hard. Like we getting a divorce. Like, bro, we ain't even of legal age to be married. That's what I'm saying. Like Usher is like one of the greatest artists of all time. Like you literally feel everything he's talking about. It's so relatable. It's so honest, and it sounds like amazing. And we, like I said, we had to be 13. About, I'm ready to sign them papers. Like, what papers are we signing besides our name? Like, what are we talking about here, bro? Get out of here.
Man, that's crazy.
But Usher, that's
I look forward to see his performance, bro. I'm looking forward to see what songs he's gonna do. What songs do you think he's gonna perform Super Bowl Sunday, y'all? Y'all put that in there. And what's y'all favorite Usher song? Like, hopefully perform some of it. I don't know if he can perform some of the ones we mentioned. I don't know. I'm pretty sure. I know for sure he's gonna do Yeah. That's just everybody know that song. He's definitely gonna do that one. I don't know if he's gonna
Frozen
do.
Friends.
Yeah,
Dang,
I don't know, bro.
that man has a catalog.
He does though.
Dog, yeah. Oh man, I don't watch football, but I for
Everybody
sure.
gonna watch that performance though.
Oh yeah, I gotta get a clip of it at least.
Oh
So
yeah.
dang man, oh shoot, he got bangers, bro. Shout out to Usher, man. We introduced a new segment for this podcast. It's called the Year of 24, honoring the great Kobe Bryant. We're gonna give you a Kobe fact at the end of each episode, and today we got to talk about the sneakers for all you sneakerheads out there. Kobe has some of the greatest, one of the greatest lineup of shoes ever. Nike, obviously, was his brand, and they decided to bring the Kobe's back. So I wanted to give y'all a little fact about them. The Nike, and this is personally my favorite pair of Kobe's as well. The Nike Kobe 8, also known as the Nike Kobe 8 system, introduced in 2012, continued to build on the innovations of Kobe Bryant's signature line, prioritizing speed and precision in its design. This model was another creative collaboration between Kobe and designer Eric Avar. So now they are actually being re-released, and they were starting yesterday on the 8th. The Nike Kobe 8 Protro Court Purple are releasing on February 8th, 2024. New colorway that Kobe's line is being released. So for all you sneakerheads, man, go get those new Kobe's. They look good, and I'm sure they are great for hoops. But yeah, man, got some new sneakers out there honoring the great late legend Kobe Bryant. Some of the great best shoes in basketball. So, or just to swag out in every day.
All right, y'all. That's it for Triple Threat Culture. Let y'all know what you think, man. We are excited to bring this new format to y'all, bro. And remember, if you want to catch mostly hoops topics, you gotta go to Swish Masters. This is Triple Threat Culture, where you touch on not only hoops, but things in culture itself and things we love and what we're passionate about. So yeah, appreciate y'all. Keep
For
following
sure.
us. Yeah.
Oh yeah, if you want more of the hoops hype, the highlights, the culture, the music, the movies, subscribe to the channel. We need y'all to subscribe so we can keep putting out this great content. Be sure to like, share, comment, follow us on whatever podcast platform is your choice. Google, Apple, Spotify, Amazon Music. You can find us there under the Swish Masters umbrella. And thank y'all for tuning in.
Yeah. Stay tuned for more content. See ya.